What is up, people YouTube? It is I, Super Mariozilla, or you can call me Vinny, and today we are going to take a look at the S.H.MonsterArts Godzilla 1962. This version of Godzilla comes from the movie King Kong vs. Godzilla. In the movie, Godzilla awakes from his slumber in an iceberg and wreaks havoc and destruction in Japan. The main characters of the movie come up with the idea to bring Kong into the fight against Godzilla. After receiving fire to the chest, Kong leaves Godzilla alone until the humans essentially force Kong back into the fight via balloons. Godzilla and Kong throw hands until eventually Kong comes out victorious. This figure just came out as a complete surprise at an SDCC. Unfortunately, it wasn't all good since the MSRP was revealed to be a whopping $100. No. Spoilers. That was not at all worth it. But is this figure itself any good despite the price? Will we have a Godzilla 2002 situation here? You may be surprised. No more wasting time, let's dive right in. Sculpt is great. If that's one thing that's been consistently good, it's the sculpt. Paint, though, is just average. Not bad, but not great. We could start with that already. The paint on the teeth is pretty awful on this figure. Pretty much the worst case so far in my opinion. Gums are not much better. Looks very rushed. The eyes are okay. Not good, but okay. They are symmetrical, like they should be, but not really painted properly. It has a weird crystal orange for the eyeball, and they painted the black on it, which is not correct. That's not accurate. They went the Godzilla 1964 route, and there was no reason to. The neck and the arms are this fatty, muscular scale sculpt, just like how it was in the movie. And the claw paint sucks, because there is nothing. Oh, but Bandai said it's because it's supposed to be dirt on the claws. Yeah, no, I wasn't born yesterday, that's bullcrap. And Bandai knows that. Moving on to the body, it is tubby like the suit it represents. Moving on down to the legs is pretty cool, scaly and detailed. The feet have the same problem as the hands. But dirt! No, still not buying that. The dorsal plates are great though. Excellent blending and sculpt, from rough bases to smooth tips. I love it. The figure nails the dorsal plates, so props to that. The tail goes from bulky at the base to somewhat skinny to the tip, via many segments of sculpt and ball joints. So overall, Godzilla 62 is fine. Sculpt, great. Paint is not good, but also not awful. Just okay.
Alright, so the articulation on this guy is a bit weird. Not bad, just a bit weird in terms of the engineering and how they sculpted it. Not as bad as 64 though, so that's a plus. So, how about we stop wasting time and go over it? Head is on a ball joint right here. The neck is also on a ball joint. The neck is also on a ball joint. Mouth is also on a ball joint. Can open this far. Can also wiggle just a little bit. The tongue I thought could move, but on mine it's not moving. Arms are on ball joints. Elbows are on ball joints. And hands are on ball joints. Waist is also on a ball joint. Can mostly crouch down though. You can't really do side to side. Still, that crouching down movement is pretty good. It can crouch all the way back just about this far. So, yeah. Can only move side to side a little bit. Just a little bit. Legs are also on ball joints, but the way they sculpted it makes it a bit weird. Like, you see that? It's like the SH Figure Arts Bowser. It's kind of odd. And it usually mostly makes the legs go off to the side most of the time, not straightforward. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I mean, I'm not sure if the design had to call for it or anything, but it's a bit odd. Not sure if I like it. Yeah. Knees are also on ball joints. And feet are also on ball joints. Okay, so you have some decent ankle rocker there. And the tail is fun. Oh. When it doesn't pop off, that is. So let's get that back on. Tail is fun. Even though it's a shorter tail, they still managed to crank in a range of movement in it. So that's excellent. That's excellent. I have a lot of fun just posing tails. That's pretty much how I can sum up this figure. He's sort of fun to pose. It's just that the legs, they're the biggest problem for me. It's just a weird situation, and I don't like to move them too much because I'm afraid of ruining the sculpt. But hey, doesn't mean the articulation is bad. So if you want this figure, just note the issues with the legs, and you will be a happy camper.
Godzilla 62, thankfully, is the standard 6 inches, bigger than 64 Godzilla, so he'll scale fine with other monsters, Showa, Heisei, or Millennium. It's up to you. Except for Mezco Kong. Kong is too big. We have accessories, guys and gals. It's only one, but other Godzillas had the same amount of stuff, so I'm okay with this. It's a reissue of the beam effect that came with the Emergence Godzilla 1964. Only this time, it's pretty much an all cloudy white, no blue on it this time, which is fine, that's accurate. We get a Tamashii Act 4 arm and an Act 4 base for the beam. Setting it up is really easy. Plug the arm into the base, pose the arm high or low, then plug the beam into the arm, and then line it up with Godzilla's mouth. Glad we got something with this figure. So, buy, don't buy, or don't buy because of the aftermarket. The figure is long gone, but taking that aside, this figure was absolutely not worth the $100 MSRP, and he sure isn't worth the $130 prices he goes for now. That's ridiculous, and I encourage you to not pay that much. Only get this figure if you're a hardcore fan of Monster Arts. Much like King Ghidorah 2019, I really do like this figure, but it doesn't change the fact that he has problems, and it is not acceptable for Bandai. Not a lot of problems, but still could have been better. Only diehard King Goji fans and Godzilla fans will like this figure. I'll give Godzilla 62 a 7 out of 10. See you guys and gals in my next Terror of Cyber Kaiju video.